Ladies and gentlemen, there is a unique power in being unseen, in choosing silence over confrontation, and in deciding that your absence speaks louder than your presence ever could. Today, I want to explore a profound truth. Sometimes the most meaningful lessons aren't taught with words, but with the void you leave behind. Your presence is more powerful than you often realize. It's not just about being physically there. It's about the energy you bring, the influence you wield, and the impact you leave behind in the spaces you occupy. Every time you enter a room, you bring with you a unique essence that only you can provide, a combination of your experiences, your personality, and the way you make others feel. This is not something that can be easily replicated or replaced. Your presence has the ability to comfort, inspire, challenge, or even change the trajectory of someone's day or life. Think about it. How many times have you shown up for someone, even in small ways, and seen the relief on their face, the gratitude in their eyes, or the spark of joy that your presence ignited? How many times have you brought calm to chaos, clarity to confusion, or hope to despair simply by being there? These moments might seem ordinary to you, but to someone else, they are extraordinary. Your presence is a source of strength, a beacon of stability, and often a reminder to others that they are not alone. But here's the catch. Many of us undervalue our presence. We think it's just showing up, just being there. We don't fully grasp how much it means to others or how much it should mean to us. In a world that is often noisy and overwhelming, your ability to be present, both physically and emotionally, is a rare and precious thing. It's a gift, not just to others, but to yourself. It's a way of saying, I matter, I am here, and I choose to engage with the world around me. When we truly embrace the power of our presence, we begin to see ourselves differently. We start to understand that being present is not a passive act. It's an active choice. It's about investing your energy and attention in the people and things that matter most to you. It's about showing up even when it's hard and bringing your full self to the moment. It's about recognizing that your presence has the ability to shape outcomes, influence decisions, and leave lasting impressions. Number 2, every little thing matters. Some people think your presence also serves as a mirror for others. It reflects back to them their own worth, their own importance. When you show up for someone, whether it's for a celebration, a crisis, or an ordinary moment, you're sending a powerful message. You are worth my time. You are worth my energy. You matter to me. That message is one of the most meaningful things you can offer another human being. At the same time, it's important to remember that your presence is not infinite. You only have so much energy, so much time, so much of yourself to give. This is why it's crucial to be intentional about where and how you show up. Not everyone deserves your presence. Not every situation warrants your energy. When you recognize the value of your presence, you also begin to understand the importance of protecting it. And here's where the true power lies. When you start to value your own presence, others will too. People will begin to see that your time, your energy, and your attention are precious. They will start to recognize the impact you have when you're there and the void you leave when you're not. They will learn to appreciate what you bring to the table, not because you demand it, but because your presence naturally commands respect. Never underestimate the power of your presence. It is a force that can heal wounds, build connections, and create ripples far beyond what you can see. It is a testament to your worth, a reflection of your strength, and a gift to those who are fortunate enough to experience it. When you show up fully, authentically, and intentionally, you remind the world and yourself that you are a force to be reckoned with. Your presence matters, you matter, and the world is better because of it. Absence is often misunderstood as a passive act, a mere stepping away, but in truth, it can be one of the most powerful statements you can make. To be absent is to make a choice, a deliberate and profound decision to remove yourself from a situation, relationship, or space where your presence is undervalued or taken for granted. It is a way of asserting your worth without uttering a single word. In silence and distance, Absence speaks volumes. When you choose absence, you are not just walking away, you are creating a void. That void is not empty. It is filled with the weight of what you used to bring. It forces others to confront the reality of life without your contributions, your energy, your support, or your love. It is a mirror held up to their neglect or indifference, reflecting back the consequences of their actions or inactions. Number 5. Repeatedly, while your presence might have been overlooked, your absence is impossible to ignore. Absence is a powerful teacher. It compels reflection in ways that words never could. When you are no longer there, people begin to notice the little things they took for granted. The warmth of your smile, the reassurance of your presence, the strength of your support. They start to feel the silence, the emptiness, the lack of what you once provided so freely. It is often in your absence that they begin to understand the depth of your value. This act of stepping away is not about revenge or punishment. It is about boundaries and self-respect. It is about saying, I will not remain in a place where I am not appreciated. I will not continue to give to those who do not see the worth of what I offer. Absence is a form of self-care, a way of protecting your energy and prioritizing your well-being. It is a reminder to others and to yourself that your presence is a privilege, not a given. End of book. There is a quiet strength in absence. It takes courage to step back, to let go, to resist the urge to fight for acknowledgement or understanding. It takes wisdom to know when staying will only drain you further and when leaving is the only way to reclaim your power. Absence is not weakness. It is a choice made from a place of self-assurance. It says, I know my worth, and I refuse to settle for less than what I deserve. In many ways, absence can have a greater impact than presence. While your presence is tangible and immediate, your absence lingers in a different way. It is felt in the spaces you used to fill, the roles you used to play, and the moments that now lack the magic you once brought. It forces people to confront their own behavior, to grapple with the reasons why you left, and to question what they could have done differently. Absence also allows you to reclaim your narrative. When you are absent, you are no longer subject to the dynamics that may have diminished you. You create room for growth, healing, and self-discovery. You give yourself the opportunity to focus on what truly matters, to surround yourself with people and experiences that honor your value, and to redefine your path on your terms. There is a profound beauty in knowing that your absence can speak louder than your words ever could. It is a testament to the impact you have, the void you leave, and the lessons you impart simply by stepping away. So when you find yourself in a place where your value is questioned or your presence is taken for granted, remember that absence is not just a retreat. It is a statement. It is a declaration of your worth, a reminder of your impact, and a powerful way to honor yourself. Self-worth and value are the foundation upon which every aspect of your life is built. They define how you see yourself, how you allow others to treat you, and what you believe you deserve from the world. Understanding and embracing your own worth is not just an act of self-love. It's an essential step toward living a life that aligns with your highest potential. Your worth is not determined by external factors. It isn't defined by your job title, your bank account, your relationships, or how others perceive you. Your worth exists because you exist. It's inherent, unchanging, and independent of the successes or failures you encounter along the way. Yet many of us struggle to recognize this simple truth. We tie our value to fleeting achievements, to the approval of others, or to the roles we play in the lives of those around us. This is where the real work begins. Understanding that your worth is not something you earn. It's something you uncover. It's always been there, beneath the layers of doubt, fear, and societal expectations. When you begin to peel back those layers, you start to see yourself more clearly. You realize that you are enough, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. And recognizing your self-worth also means setting boundaries. It means refusing to stay in situations where you are undervalued or disrespected. It's about knowing that you have the right to say no, to walk away, and to prioritize your own needs. This is not selfish, it's necessary. When you allow others to take advantage of you or diminish your value, you send a message to them and to yourself that you don't believe you deserve better. But when you stand up for yourself, you reclaim your power and reinforce your worth. Self-worth is also about how you speak to yourself. The internal dialogue you have shapes your perception of who you are. If you constantly criticize yourself, downplay your accomplishments, or compare yourself to others, you chip away at your sense of value. But when you choose to be kind to yourself, to celebrate your strengths, and to approach your flaws with compassion, you begin to build a stronger, more positive relationship with yourself. Understanding your value allows you to show up in the world with confidence. It enables you to take risks, to pursue your dreams, and to surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. When you know your worth, you stop settling for less than fulfilling relationships, for jobs that drain you, for anything that doesn't align with your true self. You begin to make choices from a place of empowerment rather than fear or insecurity. And here's the beautiful thing about embracing your self-worth. It doesn't just benefit you. When you value yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Your confidence and self-respect set an example, encouraging those around you to recognize their own worth as well. You create a ripple effect of positivity and empowerment, lifting others as you lift yourself. This journey toward understanding your value is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, times when you feel unworthy or inadequate, but those moments are not the end of the story. They are opportunities for growth. Each time you choose to rise above those feelings, to affirm your worth despite the challenges, you become stronger. Your value is immeasurable. It cannot be diminished by setbacks or magnified by success. It is a constant, unshakable truth. Embrace it, live it, and let it guide you toward a life that reflects the beauty and strength of who you truly are. Silent strength is one of the most profound and underestimated forms of power. It is the ability to stand firm without the need for loud proclamations or overt displays. It is the quiet resilience that allows you to endure challenges, overcome obstacles, and remain composed in the face of adversity. This kind of strength is not about aggression or dominance. It is about control, patience, and the unwavering belief in your own ability to persevere. In a world that often equates loudness with power, silent strength stands apart as a force that doesn't demand attention yet commands respect. It's found in the way you carry yourself with dignity, even when life tests your limits. It's in the moments when you choose not to react impulsively, but instead reflect and respond with wisdom. Silent strength is about knowing that true power doesn't always need to be visible to be effective. This strength is especially evident in times of difficulty. When faced with situations that could break others, those with silent strength endure with grace. They don't crumble under pressure or seek validation for their efforts. They simply keep moving forward, confident in their ability to handle whatever comes their way. This quiet perseverance often confounds those who expect visible signs of struggle or outbursts of emotion. Silent strength operates on a different frequency, one that prioritizes stability over spectacle. It is also deeply rooted in self-awareness. People with silent strength understand their emotions, their triggers, and their boundaries. They don't waste energy trying to prove their worth to others because they are secure in who they are. They don't seek to overpower others or dominate conversations. Instead, they listen, observe, and act only when necessary. Their presence alone can shift the dynamics of a room, not because they demand attention, but because their energy exudes calm confidence. Silent strength is also about restraint. It's choosing to hold back when provoked, knowing that reacting in anger or frustration rarely leads to resolution. It's the discipline to stay true to your values even when it's tempting to compromise. Restraint is not weakness, it's the ultimate display of control, of choosing your battles wisely and not allowing external chaos to disturb your inner peace. Perhaps the most important of leaderships, what its present result deserves to be noticed. This kind of strength often goes unnoticed because it doesn't seek validation. It doesn't boast, it doesn't shout, and it doesn't draw attention to itself. But its impact is undeniable. It's felt in the way it steadies those around it, providing a sense of security and reassurance. It inspires others to find their own strength, not through mimicry, but through reflection. End quote. Silent strength challenges the idea that power must be loud, proving instead that it can be quiet, measured, and deeply transformative. This strength is not something that is easily shaken. It's the result of inner work, of learning to trust yourself and your instincts. It grows in the moments when you choose to rise above conflict rather than sink into it, when you decide to focus on solutions rather than dwell on problems, and when you keep moving forward even when the road is uncertain. Silent strength doesn't need applause or recognition. It is self-sustaining and self-assured. End quote. Silent strength is about presence, the kind that doesn't overwhelm but reassures, the kind that doesn't demand attention but earns it effortlessly. It's a quiet force that speaks to the core of who you are, grounded in resilience and fortified by the understanding that your worth and power don't need external validation. Silent strength is about mastery over the self, about choosing peace without surrendering power, and about remaining unshaken even in the most turbulent of times. Loss is one of life's greatest teachers, though its lessons are often delivered in the harshest of ways. It strips away the comfort of what we know and forces us to confront what we've taken for granted, what we truly value, and what it means to adapt and grow. Through loss, we are given the opportunity to see life with a clarity that is often obscured in the presence of abundance or routine. It is in the void left behind that we begin to understand not just what we've lost, but what it meant to us and how it shaped who we are. Every loss carries a lesson, though those lessons are rarely immediate. They emerge in the stillness after the initial shock, in the moments of reflection when we are left to piece together what remains. Loss teaches us to appreciate the fragility of life, the fleeting nature of time, and the importance of cherishing the people, experiences, and opportunities we have while they're still within reach. It reminds us of the impermanence of all things, pushing us to live more intentionally, to savor the present rather than waiting for an elusive someday. Loss also has a way of illuminating our own resilience. In the depths of grief or disappointment, we often feel as though the weight of the loss is unbearable, yet we find ways to carry on. We discover reserves of strength we didn't know we possessed, and we learn to rebuild our lives even when pieces seem irreparably broken. This resilience doesn't come easily. It is earned through the pain, through the tears, through the moments when giving up seems like the only option. But as we persevere, we come to understand that while loss may leave us changed, it does not leave us defeated. One of the most profound lessons loss teaches is the value of what remains. In losing something or someone, we are forced to look more closely at the relationships, opportunities, and experiences that are still within our grasp. It is in this process of reevaluation that we often discover gratitude, a deeper appreciation for the things we might otherwise have overlooked. Loss strips away the distractions, leaving us with a sharper focus on what truly matters. Loss also teaches empathy. Experiencing loss opens our hearts to the struggles of others, allowing us to connect on a more human level. It reminds us that pain is a universal experience, one that transcends differences and unites us in our shared humanity. In our own grief, we become more attuned to the grief of others, more compassionate in our understanding of their pain, and more willing to offer support. It teaches us to adapt, to change, and to grow in ways we might never have considered. Loss forces us out of our comfort zones, demanding that we find new ways to move forward. It challenges us to rethink our plans, to find new meaning, and to rediscover who we are in the absence of what we once had. This process of adaptation is not easy, but it is where growth happens, where we learn to embrace the unknown and trust in our ability to navigate it. Through loss, we learn the importance of letting go. This doesn't mean forgetting or minimizing what was lost. It means accepting that clinging to the past will not bring it back. Letting go is an act of courage, a way of honoring what was while making space for what could be. It is about finding peace in the midst of pain, about carrying the memory of what was lost without allowing it to weigh us down. Loss teaches us about love, not just the love we had for what we lost, but the love that remains within us. It reminds us that love is the thread that connects us to others and to ourselves, the force that gives life its depth and meaning. Even in the face of loss, love endures, transforming pain into a source of strength, memory into a source of comfort, and absence into a reminder of what was once shared. Through the lessons of loss, we come to understand the cyclical nature of life. Loss, though painful, is not the end. It is a transition, a moment of change that carries within it the seeds of new beginnings. It is through this understanding that we find the ability to move forward, not by erasing the past, but by integrating its lessons into the fabric of who we are. In every aspect of life, from the power of presence to the impact of absence, from the unwavering strength found in silence to the profound lessons learned through loss, there is a thread that connects it all, the undeniable truth of your worth and the resilience of the human spirit. You hold within you a strength that does not waver, a value that cannot be diminished, and a capacity to endure, adapt, and grow, even in the face of life's greatest challenges. Each moment, whether defined by your presence or absence, your strength or your struggles, contributes to the tapestry of who you are. These moments remind you that your presence matters, your absence speaks volumes, your silence holds power, and your losses, though painful, guide you toward greater understanding and purpose. As you navigate the complexities of life, let these truths anchor you. Let them remind you of your ability to influence, to inspire, and to endure. Let them encourage you to show up fully, to value yourself deeply, and to live with intention. Above all, let them affirm that your journey, with all its highs and lows, is a testament to your resilience, your strength, and your boundless potential.